till the previous index. So let's say a string. This is how typically the characters are placed in a memory. So this is at position 0. Till here, you all agree with me. You have understood the indexing, I hope. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, when I say slicing, what I am doing is I'm just saying that, okay, slice out the strings from index position 0 to say index position 3. So this is what I have to slice out. So in effect, how I do it is I move along the indexes from position 0 to 4. So I write A 0 colon 4. That means go from index position 0, go till the index position before position 4, which is index position 3. Yes, it's as simple as that. See, A0, 4. ST. See, that's all that's there to it. Yeah, good evening, Krish. Good evening, everybody. Ravi, good evening. Okay, Sanjali asks me, how will output? Okay, Sanjali, let's take, Sanjali has given me a scenario. She says A equals to, say, Ramesh. And she is asking me, what is A minus 1? A minus 1 minus 5 till what has she asked me? Minus 2. Okay. Let's look at it again in the Excel sheet. Now, let me put here Ramesh. Okay. See, always visualize the problem. Okay. So what is minus 1? It is at location 1, H for in H. Minus 2, it has the character S. Minus 3 is under E. Minus 4 stands for M. Minus 5 stands for A. And minus 6 stands for R. Now, what I am saying start from index position minus 1. Go up till index position minus 5. The index position before it, which is minus 4. And you go in the reverse direction with a step size of 2. That means skip one character in between. So start from H. Okay, so this comes. Skip this one. Come to E. Okay. Then what? You skip this one. Then go to minus 5, which is A. But since I am placed at minus 5, I can't take the content of minus 5. So I have to stop at E only. So the output will be HE. Okay. See, it's very simple. Very simple. Yes, Sheikh, that's correct. Space will also take memory byte. It's actually a special character, Sheikh. Okay, space, tab, these are all special characters. Good evening, Taraka. Yes, Rohit. As I said, it considers space also not as a string, as a special character. Okay. Vivek, how to clear screen? Vivek, there's no proper way in idle to clear a screen. Okay. But in your other things you can. In this thing idle, there's a dirty way to do it, which is I will show you when I run the for loops. Okay. It is not exactly a proper way. Okay. So now for a quick recapitulation, short and sweet recapitulation, as Sheikh asked me of what we have done till last class. So why don't you people start telling me what we have done in last class? Aditya, it's not a function. /n itself stands for a new line. Okay, so if you do like this, print /n, it's a special character again, it will print a new line. If I give like this /t, say hello say s, so let me give /t world, then it will print with a tab in between. Okay, come on. String manipulation, data types in Python, Saket says Join, split, and functions. Split, find functions. Okay. Operations. Slicing. /t is a tab. Yes. String methods. Okay. Right. String slicing. Good. You remember. Let me quickly recapitulate it for you. So basically, we have been going with the foundations of Python now with the data types. We are concentrating on the data types. Last class, we finished the string methods. We understood the string slicing, the string indexing. We understood how strings are immutable. We understood what happens when we try to change them. We saw a few important string functions like split and join. We saw something like find. We saw something like replace. Okay, so we have seen these various all detailed things related to strings, and we also saw, we took up the next data type, which is list. We understood that lists are mutable data types, as in they can be changed, updated, inserted, deleted. All these functionalities can be carried out with strings. We started looking at the important string functions. We also saw list slicing, list indexing. We understood how list appending of lists work. We saw that the plus operator can be used for appending to lists as well as strings. We saw the multiplication operator actually working as a repetition operator in both strings and list data types. Today, we will continue with the study of lists. What will be our target today is we will understand what are iterables, what is iteration. We will go through the concept of list loops. We will finish lists. Okay, finish list comprehension. We will finish tuples, and we will do what? We will do dictionary. This will be our aim for today's evening. So as before, like last class, please bear with me. Don't ask me any content apart from what we are studying right now. Let your questions be concentrated on it. Don't ask any other question. Towards the end of the class, we will have 15 minutes for an open session of queries. Okay, great. Thank you for your cooperation, for your support. And as usual, please like our channel, like these videos, share it with your friends. Your feedback, your interactivity actually helps us also to be pepped up. Yeah. Now, last class, let's continue with the study of lists. So suppose there's a list called LST underscore A. This has got, say, 3 numbers, 11. Now, I want to, we had seen the insert function method. We saw how it works. So today we will see one more method called as extend and another method called as append. Now, suppose to this list, I want to insert at the end of the list, suppose 2 new variables, which are say 25 and 45. Okay, list underscore. Okay, let me do it this way. List underscore A. Dot insert extend. Okay. It says iterable. Now bear with me for a while. I will explain what iterable and iteration means. So now if I check out what is this, see what I have got now. I have got 2 new elements to the end of the list, which is the number 25 and 45. So extend means literally extending the current contents of the existing list. Okay, so we extended by 25 and 45. Now there's another function called append, which is very similar to this. It also appends or inserts elements at the end of the list, but it is a bit different from extend. Suppose in append, I put only one number. So it will work. You see what is done? It's put in one element 12 to the end of the list. But if I put another list, if I append another list, like I did with extend, say 49, 65.55543. Then what it will do is that it will actually insert the list that had sent to this function at the end of the current list. It won't split out one element at a time. It will take the entire list and create a sub list of the main list. Whereas with extend, what it does, okay, one more interesting factor to understand is, to an extent, I can't pass a single variable. I can't pass something like, say, A. I always will have to pass a list or a, okay, let's see what it has done. Okay, so it has taken A. But if I actually put it as a list, as I was doing with append, okay, so it won't insert a list. What it will do is, it will take out individual elements and put it. So here's the subtle difference between extend and append. If you pass a list or a tuple to the append function, it inserts at the end of the current list the list or the tuple which is being passed to it. Whereas with extend, what happens is that it pulls out every individual element from that list or from the tuple and inserts it to the existing list. Okay. Now, if you see the documentation of extend, as I was showing you, it says something as iterable. As I told you, an iterable is something to which you can iterate or loop through. Basically, something like a string, a list, a tuple. Okay. So now, can you try out on your own? Create a list as I've done here, a list of numbers or a list of alphabets or whatever, and extend it with a string. See, what is the example? Suppose extend it with your name, like in my case, suppose that. Can you create a program to extend a list with a string and see and tell me what is the output to that list, of that list? What happens to that list? What are the new members that have been added to this list? Okay, so come on, give it a try, please. Is my question clear? Okay, Sanskar, I will repeat my question. Okay, Azmat, I will repeat my question. See, Azmat, what I'm saying is, suppose there's a list like this. Suppose there's a list. My screen is visible, I hope. There's a list of 2 elements, say numbers. Now I'm telling you to extend it with your name. Name, suppose Ravi. Tell me what is the output. Good. So what it is doing is, it in effect is splitting up the string. Okay, splitting up the string, because the string is an iterable, something through which you can iterate or loop through. It is splitting up the string and inserting to the end of the end of what? End of the current list. Yes. Yeah, Kavya, that's because what you have done, you have created a list. The string Kavya is within a list. So what in effect it has done, it has taken the zeroth element of the list and got it inside. Yeah, that is why. Okay, good. See, these are the beauties of Python. Now you might have wondered that when I did lst underscore a dot extend a, why did it accept it? Because it's not a string, it's just one character. Okay, but Python is smart enough to understand that it's actually a string, maybe string with just 1 0, with one element only. That's how it considers, and that's why to Python it's an iterable. No, despite the fact that there's only one character there. That's the beauty. That's the simplicity of Python. Okay, good. Now we will see one more function. What is it? Let's see one more function. So you can remove an object. Suppose, let me see what is this thing. Something common here. Okay, let me insert another. Okay, there is a A, no? Triple, 3 times the A is there. Suppose I want to remove A. So what I have to do? I will say remove, call the method remove and give the value. What value do I want to remove? So I want to remove the value A. So see what happens. It removes the first occurrence of A. See, the first A is removed. 2 more are left. So if I give A again, now the next A is removed. So this is how remove works. So parallelly, there's another function which works just like remove. It's called pop. So what does pop do? Let's see pop. If I give pop, see it says in the documentation here, index equals to -1. So I am going to pop out by default index wise here. By default, the pop happens from the -1 index, which is the last one. If I don't give anything, see it says it has popped out A, which is the last A that was there. Now, if I say list A dot pop, suppose I want to pop out the element which is currently at index position 2. So it will pop out 11. So this is what pop does. So remove pop, very closely related. Remove removes an object based on the object name, whereas pop precisely removes object at a particular index location. One more element that is there, let us say list of A dot suppose extend. I am putting more elements. 20. Okay. If I say list, I want to count how many times the element 20 exists. So then I will give 20. Then it will count for me how many times a particular element exists. You can also reverse a list. Suppose current list is like this. We can reverse it. That means the element at index position -1 will come to index position 0. See, it just becomes inverted or reversed. Index. Okay. Now, if I want to find at what index location does the object 20 occur at first, at what index location? So if I give 20, will tell me that at index 0. It's similar to the find function of strings. Okay. So if I now say, you can also say you want to start searching from what location. So I want to search for the element 20 from index location 1. Then it will tell me that at index location 1 itself, there is a 20. From what direction does remove function? Raj, remove, if you see, there's always a left to right. Okay, there's no index wise, so it will always be left to right. If I did 20, see, it will remove the first occurrence from left to right. Abdur Rahman, you add a number in the middle of a list. You can add by using an insert function. Okay, Azmat Khan, list index 12. You check out Azmat. Ranjit, you can. For that will be the next thing that we will work on. I will give you a function to a program to write quickly. Once I tell you the loops theory, I will give you the program to write. Okay. Now this is still here. It's done. Okay, Kavyanjali, you said repeat once, sir. I think you asked me to repeat for index. See, very simple, like we had done for find, no? The index function takes 3 values, actually, if you see. So if you see in my screen, it says values start equals to stop equals to. So you give what object whose index location are you seeing? You say at what location at what index position do you need to start searching for this element or this object. So in this case, when I showed you, I said 1. And you also say till what location should you search for this object? What index position? Say I say till index position 2 only. Okay. So this is what the index function does. Quickly, what you do for me, please, you can check your PPTs. I think you can now access these PPTs. You are comfortable with your LMS. You have no doubt. So what you do is quickly, please check out the extend, the append, the remove, the count and index methods. So these are the main methods that I've shown you. So please check them out. Append, extend, count, index, pop. Pop is important. Remove, reverse, sort we will come to. Pushpa, repeat index. Okay, Pushpa, I will repeat it. You first quickly please check out whatever functions I've explained to you. You check out. Till and unless you check it, you will never be able to understand it. Come on, I am giving you 5 minutes. Open up all the documents. I hope you have the documents with you. Honey, wait, I will tell you about sort. Wait. Don't rush. You will not miss out anything. Rajesh, what I told you is, please open your documents. You must be having this PPT, this PDF with you in your LMS. Try out whatever methods I have shown. It's all of it is there. I have also given you use cases. Extend, insert, remove, count, reverse. I have also shown you append. Okay, so please try these out. Try out these functions quickly. Rohit, I will extend the explain. I'm making a note. I will explain the remove and the pop functions and extend. Okay, but please try. Whatever I've shown you, just try, even if you have not understood. Shravya, yes, this LMS is there with you. Madam had said, Leela Madam had told you at the beginning, right? So you should be able to access it. See, the session's name is hands-on training in Python and SQL. So you have to be hands-on. Azmat, just try this. I haven't told anything on ascending or descending order till now. Ramya, the output of my name didn't get split. Okay, I will do that. Ramya, I'm making a note. I will do it. I think you are saying for extend, the name didn't get split. Shake. Shake, how can you remove in a string? A string is a this thing, right? It's a non-immutable object. You have 2 minutes more. Please finish off the hands-on session. Saket, I have told you to please practice these functions that I showed just now, which is extend, append, count, reverse, index, remove. Okay, Rasika, I will do that as well. I will tell you the difference between append and extend. Give me a minute more. Let the others finish. Okay. I will tell you what remove does, what pop does first. Okay. Again, let me revisit the current list. This is my list. Here I have two 20s, right? Suppose I wish to remove the object 20. So I use remove and say 20. So what this method remove does is that it removes the first occurrence of the element 20. If I try to remove, suppose something which is not there, it will give me a value error. Okay, that means this element is not there, that which you're trying to remove. So the remove function takes an object name and it deletes the first occurrence of that object. If that object is not there, it gives you an error. Now, suppose I will extend. Now, for those who were asking me the difference between extend and append. So extend actually takes in an iterable. Let's say I'm going to give a tuple saying 20, 20, 25, 25. And what extend does is it populates the existing string at the end with the individual elements from the iterable. In our case, it's a tuple. So tuple is like a list. Forget for the moment what's a tuple. Don't worry. It's just like a list. So you see, it took out 20, put it at this list towards the end. One more 20, put it towards the end. 25, it pulled out and populated at the end, and then 25 again. But if I had done this as an append, as in I had put a list or a tuple to an append, then instead of pulling out individual elements from the list and putting to the end of the current list, it would have populated the list as one single element to the big list. Okay, so this is the difference between append and extend. Whereas if you put a single element, like I'm doing here, it will happily put that single element also. Now that have created a list which has multiple 20s and multiple 25s, let me try to pop out. In pop out, you can pop. What does pop mean? Throwing out. Throw out a element from a list based on the index position. Now, if I say from the index position, suppose 10, pop out the element. So it popped out 25. Okay. So one difference between pop and remove is that in pop, you have to give the index position, and corresponding to that index position, the element that is there, that is thrown out. One more difference is, suppose I have an element which I'm trying to pull out which doesn't exist. Then unlike remove, it will not give me a value error. It will give me a it will give me a index error. It will say that such and such an index doesn't exist in my range. That means you've given me a wrong index. Okay. Naturally, you can see this is an element which will be hardly 10 or 12 elements are there. So 10 or 12 indexes, but I'm trying to give a very big index over here. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, good, Saket, very good. Vasavi, we can remove more than one element. How can you know the size of a list? Good question. Again, like string, you can give length, use the length function. So you get to know the length of the list. I think Ramya, you had asked me that your name is not coming. I don't know how you had put your name, but let me try to extend it for you. Say Ramya. You see, all individual characters of your name is coming up here. So that addresses our main methods or functions that you say in list. We have understood the subtle difference between each type of functions. Now what we will do is we will actually take our study a bit forward and understand loops. Is there anything I say? Okay. Also, I will show you two more functions which are inbuilt. If there's a homogeneous function, especially about suppose all numbers, then you can find the maximum value of them, and you can also find the minimum value of that homogeneous list. But if it's a heterogeneous list, suppose 1, A, 2, then what you will get rather is an error. It is not supported between. So you can't compare which is bigger, which is smaller between a number and a string. That is what it is trying to tell you when it throws this error. Okay, so yeah, right. Till here we have got it. Any questions till this point? Okay, Ved, I'm not sure what you mean. How can we remove particular element? Can we use? Okay, I had shown this, no? Delete. Also, you can do, you remove, you can use an index. Max, repeat. Max, nothing. Suppose there is a list of numbers, of different numbers. Which is the biggest number among them? That will come. Okay, those of you who are asking me sort, I will tell you quickly. Sort, suppose again, there's a list. Suppose list nums. This is a mixed list of numbers. Suppose 23, 45, 12, 99, 56. This is my list. Now, if I say list of numbers dot sort, so you can give two parameters here. One is what is it that you're sorting, and the other is whether it's ascending or descending. By default, it's an ascending sort, as you can see. Or you can also sort this and say reverse equals to true. So it will do a descending sort for you. Okay, so that's what sort does. Now, what I want you to do is take a deep breath, just quickly recapitulate in your mind all that we have studied, and focus very intently now, because I'm going to teach you. Start with the loops that are there. For loop, while loop. Yes, Raj, that's a good inference. Raj asks me, how does Python know if what we have written is a list? Is it from the square bracket? Yes, that's how Python knows it. Good, Kavyanjali. Rather than reverse equals to true, it will be false. Nabil, that declared the star star, don't worry about it right now. Not very relevant for you. When you need it, you will yourself understand. It's not very important for you right now. Okay, what is star star and all, you will understand when we do the functions, arguments, KW arguments. Now, what we will study is a concept called as looping. Okay, so I will again open my Excel sheet and take a, let's say the Ramesh here, let's say a list is here 0, 1, 5, 2, 6, and 199. This is a list. Okay. Now let's concentrate on each of these list and the string. Now here you see this string means what? It's a collection basically of each individual characters. We have seen that we can go from one index to another and take out the characters one at a time. So when we say that we can take out the characters one at a time, that means we are repeating an operation and pulling out something one at a time. This is called an iteration. Correct? So to give you an example, what I will do is I will, can I take this? So take the spotlight. So I will come here first, pull this out. I will come here, A, pull this out. I will come here, pull this out, M. Then I will come here, E, pull this out. Then S, pull it out. Then H, pull it out, right? What happens when I pull them out? So if I come here, first index position says 0, pull out. So I get an 1R. See, I am repeating the operation. Next time coming at this location, I am copying it and pasting it here. I'm getting V. Sorry. Now I'm coming to the second index, 0, 1, 2, pulling out the value there, which is M. I'm coming to the third index, pulling it out and copying it here. Suppose E. I'm again coming to the fifth index now, pulling it out and suppose copying it at this point. Now I'm coming to the next index, pulling out the element there and pasting it here. Now, if I go after that, is there any index there? Is there any element there? No. So I have to stop at this index only. Suppose 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right. So what I can do, this is what I called as looping. Okay. Are you clear? This is looping. So what looping means? You do one thing in a loop again and again and again. You do it till it reaches a logical stoppage. Correct. So this is what is known as a loop. Now here what we do is, how do we actually control this loop? We control it in two ways. So one way, which we will do understand first, it is known as a using a in operation. The in membership operator, do you remember? So to quickly again refresh your memories, tell me what is the output of, if I say R in Ramesh, what is the output? True, 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 true. Okay. Then if I say A in Ramesh, what is the output? True, true, true. If I go on doing this again and again, so I pull out every time, first the R, I check if it's true. If it's true, I do something. Okay, if it is not true, I don't do anything. Then I pull out A, I do something. I check if A is present in Ramesh. It will always come true, so I will enter that block of code and execute something. Then M, I take out M and check if M is present in Ramesh. Similarly, E, S, H, till I encounter no other object. Okay, so this can be put as a loop called as for loop. So it says for, suppose ITR in Ramesh. Now, what is the ITR? It is simply a plain value. Okay, plain variable, plain identifier. But it takes up the values of each individual character from Ramesh. I say print F character is ITR. Now I will explain what I'm doing here, what this F and all that means. So what this does, let's see, look at the output first. Character is Ramesh, similar to what I did here. See, Ramesh, it printed out. So what happens is, in this case, this ITR that you see, it's a dummy variable. Okay. So it first takes up the character R inside it. So ITR, it is like this. ITR, suppose this is the dummy variable ITR. So it takes up first the value R, and it as if becomes R itself. Then it checks, is R present in Ramesh? And it gets an yes, true. So it enters this loop sub block of code and prints character is ITR. Now this F means string formatting. So if you give it in this format F, character is colon like this ITR within curly braces. That means it dynamically prints out whatever is the current value in the variable ITR. Yeah, F means string formatting, dear. F is it is a way of telling the interpreter that I'm going to pass a value dynamically at runtime. I'm not making a static value here. I'm saying I am passing a value dynamically. That's what it tells the interpreter. Okay, so you can test it out on its own. But now let's get back to the main concept of for loop. So see what it did is this ITR became R. Then ITR took the value of A. ITR became equal to A. And it checked, is A present in the string Ramesh? It got a true. So it enters this loop only when this statement is true. So it says that, okay, print F character is ITR. Okay, so it's A now. Then what? It takes the value of M. Like this of E. Then S. Then H. Finally, when it finds nothing, it stops. Clear? Kavyanjali, I told just now, F means a string formatting. It's a way of telling the interpreter that I am going to pass a dynamic value here. See, it's not a static, not a set value. Whatever value ITR is taking, that is being dynamically printed out. Dynamically means this value is changing again and again. So whatever changed value is coming, it is printing out using the string formatting operator F. Yes, correct, Sheikh. This ITR is like a temporary variable. Clear? Are all of you clear? Even if you aren't, I need you to actually write a program for me by using this for concept. Now I have given you a list. Suppose a list of numbers, which is 99, 56, 45 equals to 99, 56, 45, 23, 12. Okay. Now it's a very simple question. What I'm asking you to do is loop through this list, this iterable, which is a list, and print out the square of each individual element in this list. Okay. Loop through this list or iterable and print out the square of each individual element that is present in this list by using this for loop. Is the question clear with everybody? Is the question clear? I'm asking you to, I have given you a list. What I'm telling you is you need to loop through this list, pull out every element from the list as I have done here currently with the string, and print out the square of each individual element of that list. Okay, so you can use the exponentiation here. You have to loop through the list as I've done here for ITRN, whatever, and print out the square of each individual element of this list. I have explained this question properly now, I hope. Please try I'm giving you 5 minutes. Good, Nirala. Good, Pratyusha. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Azmat, you're on the correct track. Very good. I see that most of you are doing it. You're trying it. You're sharing with me your answers, your code. Very nice. Okay. Somebody's used Pau. Good, Saket. Ramya. Good. Somebody's used the FEA correctly. Rajesh has used. Very nice, Rajesh. Rajesh, it's not I into I. Don't do I into I. Use the I exponentiation I. Okay. Otherwise, you will have that habit always of doing that into. It's use exponentiation. So if I give you cube, you will have to do I into I into I. Same Kavyanjali, don't use that LST. LST is exponentiation square. Exponentiation 2, not LST, exponentiation LST. Okay, Rajvamsi, you haven't written the code. Good. Right. Now, we will look at this for in a different way. Now, we have seen by using this membership operator. This is one way. We can also pick out these elements by going through its index value. How do we do it? So there's a function, first of all, called as range. What this range function does is, suppose if I give range 5, it generates a range of numbers from 0 to 5. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 numbers it generates. If I give range of 10, so it generates 10 numbers from 0 to 9. This is a function. Built-in function. So the way to access this is I can loop through it like this for ITR in range of 5. If I say print ITR, which means the iterator, you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will print out. One second, I will clear off all the drawings. Yes. So now see, this is generating a sequence of numbers. So I can use this as a index position of a list or a string. So for this, what I have to do? I have to understand, basically, if I want to generate the index positions of a list or a string, I have to understand till what value, what is the length of that list or the string. So suppose in our case for ITR, suppose in length of, I say, Ramesh. Okay, let me take this string. I say print. Now I have the index position in range. Sorry, it should be range. Length of Ramesh. Basically, I will again break it down for you. I understand you might be a bit confused. So I will break down this line. Print, suppose Ramesh. This is my string and ITR. See, what it does is, if I say range of length of, so what is the length of Ramesh? Let's first look at it. 6. So if I say range of 6, what happens? Range. So total 6 index positions are generated. from starting from 0 to 5, which is 6, right? So if I now do for ITR, basically it's like this. Range 6, print Ramesh 6. Ramesh, sorry, IT. Okay. Yes. So now the lists that you created, the list for which you generated the squares of each individual number from that list. Now I need you to access that list by using the index position. Okay. Till now you have used the each individual elements directly. Okay. Now what you need to do, you need to access the list using its index values. See the ITR again, it's using that in over here. So ITR is taking up the values of the index numbers now, not directly of the elements. It's taking up the index positions directly inside it and checking if that number is inside the range. That's all that is there to it. But now you're finding the each individual element from the list using its index position. Okay, come on, please do this fast. Let's finish it. Finish this, then we will take a quick break. It's already 8:02. So I'm giving you 2 minutes. Quickly finish this. This is very small and very easy to understand. So finish this off. ITR, it is just a variable, as I said. There's nothing very big to it. It's just a dummy variable, temporary variable, as somebody said at that point of time. What did you ask us to finish? I told you to whatever list you had created and which you looped through and printed and calculated the square of each individual element. You repeat that function again, but this time just access the list using the index position. Access the index position of the list, pull out each individual element from the list and calculate the square of that number and print it out. Is the question clear to all of you? Okay. So what I am saying is this. Last time, how did you calculate the list? square of each individual element from the list. Suppose the list was like this. You're done like this, right? For ITR and say 1, 2, 3. This is what you had done. Print F square is what you had done. Probably you had done something like this. This is what you had done, right? I'm doing the same thing. What am I telling you is, please do it like this for ITR. Now you loop through the list using its index position of each individual element. What I'm telling you now is, so ITR is the index position. So what I told you is 1, 2, 3. It's ITR. This into 2. Okay. I missed out one bracket here. Range. This is all that I was asking you to do. See, understand the difference. Here, what happened? Unlike last time, when you had gone, pulled out each individual element one at a time, calculated its square. Now we pulled out each individual index position of that element, found out what is the corresponding element by using its index position and squared it. This is all that there was to it. Good, good, Sachin. Very good. Monica have now shown it on screen. I hope you have all understood it. Do you follow the subtle difference? First, we access the created the for loop by accessing the elements directly. And the second way, we access the elements using its index position. So if you use cube, I'm fine with it. You can do cube, quadruple, whatever you want to. I just want to show you the use cases. Okay. It's nearly 8. So I'm supposed to give you a 10-minute break. So let's take a break till 8:20. Okay. Let's take a break till 8:20. Let's be back sharp at 8:20, all of us. Thank you. Let's meet again at 8:20. Till then, I will step out for a quick cup of coffee. You can take a break. You can think through what I've taught you. Try to recapitulate it. If you want to, you can also take a break. We meet at 8:20. Thank you so much, guys. When we are back, we are going to introduce the if-else conditions, if-else codes blocks, which we have seen before. We will introduce them here. Okay. And we will do some filtering of the values. Okay, I'm back, and you can ask me questions if you have from this segment, from this topic. I hope you have understood till now and tried it on your own. So now what I will do is, one more minute. Yeah, that's fine, Kavya. I see it's fine. Yeah. Can you show the Ramesh example? Raj, you need to be specific. What Ramesh example? Okay, rather what I will do now, suppose I will create a list of numbers, which is suppose something like this. Okay. List of numbers, suppose 20, 25, 87, say 20, 54. This is a range list of numbers. Now, I will find out only those numbers which are even, and I will print out the square of those numbers. So now you tell me, friends, write down and DM me what do you think should be the steps that we should follow to arrive at the solution to this problem. My requirement is that I am going to find out from the list of the numbers only those numbers which are even, and I'm going to print out the list of these numbers. Concentrate on the problem. Rest of the doubts, again, as I say, towards the end, we will take out 10-15 minutes and discuss, but this is important. So please concentrate. Good. Amol tells me if else statement. Prachi tells me if else statement. Good. But what will be the if condition? If, how do I find it's even or odd? Do you think you can tell me how do I find the number? Is it even or an odd? Good. Good, Pratyusha. Amol, good. Raj, good. Very good. Divisible by 2. Irina, very good. Money, yes. Good. Very good. Right. Fantastic. So now let's try to put in this perspective. So do you think you can write this code? I've also told you how to progress. Then why don't you write the code on your own, friends? Come on, let's do this. Okay, so I have given you the list of numbers. Of these numbers, write a program which will find out only those numbers which are even and print the square of those numbers. Good, Rajesh. Very good. Rajesh, also use, you can put the else statement there. Else, we will see how we can work. Come on, I'm very excited. I'm very happy to see that you're following the flow, that you're trying these programs, small programs though they may be, but they're very important for you to build your base. I'm very happy to see that you're following it properly. Saket, that's absolutely okay. There's no reason to be sorry again. You're asking me a valid question. What I'm saying is, I have given you a list of numbers. What I've asked you to find out is put a if-else condition, loop through that list of numbers, if put an if condition and check if the number is even. If the number is even, you print the square of that particular number. Otherwise, you say it's not even. So if else, Kavyanjali, I have repeated now. Very good, Aparna. See, don't say sorry and all. Whenever you have a doubt, it's my duty to help you out. So don't worry. बेशर्मी से पूछो, बेझिझक पूछो. Very good, Harsha. बहुत अच्छा. चलो, 2 more minutes. Finish it. Money, you need to find out the square of the number. You have made the correct if condition, but you need to find the square of the number. Azmat, you have not completed the for loop properly, my friend. There should be a colon, right? Without the colon, how will you print that? That won't work. Okay, for those who are still struggling with the, yeah, very good, Mahitha. Very good. Okay, so for those who are still struggling with the question, let me say, I will loop through the list of numbers for ITR and LS nums. And what I will say if this number which I have now is divisible by 2, so it's an even number, I will say, there's a problem with the indentation in my case, square is ITR square 2, else I will give pass. What is this pass? We will come to it shortly. So these two numbers are done. Okay, so now I will do one more trick. I will create a new list of numbers from the existing numbers, from the existing list of numbers, which comprises of the square of numbers of the even numbers. Can you think and try to answer this question? From the list of numbers that I have just now shown you, pull out the numbers which are even, calculate its square, and create a new list which comprises of the square of the numbers of the even numbers. Because I'm giving you a hint, you can use an append over here. Create a new list. First, create a blank list and use it to append the ITR square, whatever I have shown you. Because I've given you the perfect clue also. So come on, try and do this. Is my question, are you understanding my question? Am I audible? Can you please give me a yes or no? Is my question or understandable? Am I audible? Am I going very fast? Okay, my question is that, look, I have a list of numbers, which is like this. Now I will create a new list, ls new, which is blank. And I have to populate in the for loop that I've done. I have to use this list, okay? And I will append this list with the square of the even numbers. That's it. So I'm forming a new list which has as its members, the square of the even numbers of the old list. एक नया list बना रहे हैं हम, जिसमें कि आपका जो पुराना list है उसके जो even numbers है उसके square करते हुए हम इस list को append करेंगे. देखिए बहुत simple problem statement है. Sheikh, you didn't understand the code from first set. I actually even didn't understand what you have not understood in the code. Okay, I will do this again for you all. I will explain from the beginning, but first you try this. Try this. Okay, I'm giving you time till around 8:30, 8:32 or 8:33. Take 3 minutes. Finish this problem. Then I will explain this from top to the bottom. Harsha, you can paste your code again. Let me have a look. I would have missed out too many counts keeps coming. Yes, Harsha, it's fine. Very good. Why did you do in curly brackets? Not needed. Yes, Mahita, that's fine. साकेत else और print अलग लाइन पे होगा दोस्त, आप एक लाइन पे मत रखो उसको. सचिन एक साथ देखेंगे, no problem. Hold on. Tanzila, I have asked to append. I am not asking to just print out the value square. I am asking you to append to the new list the square of each individual even element. 91630. I'm not sure why your code is all across the place. Have you run it? Does it work? Okay, let me show you what I mean. Yes, some of you have answered this correctly. Very happy. Let me show you what I mean. Now, what I'm saying is I have a blank list. What is ls new? It's a blank list. I'm going to append to it the square of the even numbers from the old list. So what I'm doing is for itr in ls underscore nums, what I say if itr %2 equals to 0, which means if it is even, what I say do now is ls underscore new dot append. Remember, we use the append function, and what am I appending here? The square of the current in even element. Else what? Else I say pass. Pass means just do nothing, leave it blank. That's a loop control statement. Pass. Okay, now if you see what is ls new, this 400 2916. Okay. So now you see we have done the for loop. We have understood the list functions append, insert, extend. We have understood also the loop control statements like if, else, etc., etc. Now what we will do, this entire code that we did before, we will be doing it one line. It is known as list comprehension. So look at what I'm doing now. Saying ls underscore new equals to itr square for itr in lst ls underscore nums if itr percentage 2 equals to 0. Just one line and this entire thing is done. So what this means is the same thing that I've done here. For itr in ls nums, then there's the if condition. If itr percentage 2 is 0, then what it means, append itr square to ls underscore new. This is called as loop comprehension. It's a very powerful technique. Okay. See, again, I'm explaining this. What I did here, I had a list of numbers. I looped through that list. I checked if each individual element in it is even or odd. If it is even, I appended the square of that even value to the new list. That is exactly what I have again done here. Now, before I can continue with your questions, I will also show you what is a while loop. Okay, so the while loop is a loop which it works only when the statement is true or false. Is true only when the statement is true, the loop works. Let's take an example. itr equals to 0. I say while itr less than 10. That means as long as this value is less than 10, the print hello itr. Then what I do? See, assignment operator equals to 1. So you see, as long as itr was less than 10, this loop or this statement always evaluated to true. And it entered this loop and printed the value of itr. The moment itr became equal to 10, it stopped printing. Because at that very moment, this condition became false, Boolean false. So while loop is a loop. Again, in for loop also we have seen that. So the membership operator was evaluating to true all the time, and that's why it was entering the for loop. Okay. So while loop, this is how it works. Now, can you tell me a scenario? If I say while true, print hello true, what will be the output of this statement? What will be the output of this small block of code? 2 lines. What will be the output of this code? Infinite loop. Okay, Harsha says infinite loop. Tushar says infinite loop. Shivani infinite loop. Very good. Vivek, hold on. Why are you asking a question so many times? Please hold on. I've seen your question. I'm trying to address each one's question. Hold on. Concentrate on what I'm teaching. Yes, correct. Friends, why this will be an infinite loop? Understand this concept very well, because Boolean true will always evaluate to true. So this loop will go on again and again and again till you will become mad and you have to stop it by using Control Z or something. A key interruption. Basically, you will have to do something like a Control Z, which is forcefully stopping. Sometimes that also doesn't work. So you will have to go to options, shell and you will have to do a restart shell or interrupt execution. Similarly, if you would have done this like while 1, what do you think would have been the output? If I do a while 1 print hello true, what would have been the output? Infinite loop. Correct. Infinite loop. No, Sanskar, it will be infinite loop. Because what happens is, again, remember in Python, when we speak of 0, that means false. And if we speak of any non-zero number, whether it be 1 or -1, it means true, Boolean true. So if I do while 0, what will be the output? While 0. Hear my question properly. While 0. No output. Exactly. No output, because while loop, it works only if it is the condition is true. 0 is false. So it won't enter the loop at all. See? The other one I didn't run only because I knew it would be an infinite loop. But this I have no problem. Okay. So this is a while loop. And the other one was a for loop. These are the two major looping techniques which you will use. Mostly you will be using the for loop only. Okay, good. So you again want me to explain the list comprehension? I will explain the list comprehension again. Look, my friends, someone asked me what is the syntax of list comprehension. It is like this. To put it to you, something like this. It is a iterator for iterator in iterable with some if-else condition. Okay, this is the statement. I will explain this again. I understand it might be a bit tough for you. So what we did again, let us look at the for loop. So there was a list of numbers. I am supposed to loop through that list and pull out each individual element from that list. I pull that element out and I check if that element is divisible by 0. That means whether it's even or odd. If it is even, I append it to a new list, means go on adding to the end of the new list. And what do I append it with? I append it with the square of the element that I pulled out currently. Okay, this is all that is there in the for and if statement. That same thing we did in one line here is the expression for iterator in iterable if some condition is there. I could have even done without a if condition. Suppose I just need to do the square of each individual element that is there in the list and append it to the new list. Then all the elements would have gone squared and the new list would have been appended with the square of these individual elements. Yes, see, so this is the expression that is appended to this new list. And how do we do? So we loop in through the old list and pull out its values and append it here. Clear? You understood now, Vivek? Vivek, are you clear? Okay, wait, I will try to explain the while loop again. Hold on. You got the syntax now, Vivek? It's very easy. You can make a note. I'm giving it for all of you over here. List new equals to expression or iterator in iterable and there might be some if else clause. Yeah, Raj, I will show that. Rather, I will also do one thing. I will do some concatenation there. Kishore, please share the attendance link.
It has been shared previously.
Yeah, I know somebody missed it because there was a network issue from our
Yeah,
side.
I have shared again also.
Yeah, please. Krish, I was working on Google Colab and after and with that infinite while true function also start working.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's shared.
Okay, Krish, that's a good discovery. Keep it on. Okay, are you clear, my dear ones, about the list comprehension? Okay, let's do the list comprehension with the Ramesh example. I'm being asked for this example many times. Raj asked me, let me try to do. Let's say this name is equals to Ramesh. And what I will do, I will add a Mr. to each character that is there in the name Ramesh. And I will create a new list which will be like Mr. R, Mr. A, Mr. M, Mr. E, Mr. S, Mr. H. Okay. So list characters is a blank character. So what I will do, I will loop through the list of name and the name. And then what I will do, I will say list underscore characters dot append. What am I appending? Look, I'm also appending a string over here with Mr. dot okay ITR. I've missed a plus over here. So you see over here, this is a string concatenation. Remember, we use the plus for string concatenation. So I concatenated Mr. to the characters R, A, M, E, S, H. And this I used as a part of a list appending. Okay, list of characters. So what is the list of characters? Mr. R, Mr. A, Mr. M, Mr. E, Mr. S, Mr. H. Okay. Now, can you write this as a list comprehension, dear ones? You understand the question? Did you understand what I've done just now? Did you understand what I did just now? Have you followed me? Are you concentrating on my screen? Okay, so can you please create the same thing that I've done here using a for loop? Can you please create this as a list comprehension? Can you write the program as a list comprehension? Okay, Sachin, very happy. Lakshmi, Mr. Ramesh, no, that's not the exact use case that I'm saying. Okay, please write a list comprehension for this. Then only I will understand that you have got a hang on the list comprehension. Come on, let's take 5 minutes. Time till 8:55. Then we will wrap up. Very good, Tanzila. Very happy to see this. Good, Harsha. Very nice. You guys are fantastic. Very good, Raj. Yes, even that will work. But you have just printed it. I wanted you to actually create a list comprehension. Very good, Mohit. Very nice, Shiv Pratap. Yes. No, Shiv Pratap, that doesn't work this way. You will get an error. Yes, right, Money. Good. Good, Wasim. If you've done it's good, run it and see it. Okay, I will quickly show for those of you who are still thinking how this will work. See, very easy list of characters. This is the blank list basically, to which I am going to add what? Expression. What is my expression? Mr. dot plus ITR. So a string concatenation for ITR in Ramesh. What was my name? Yes, this is all that I had asked you to do. It was as simple as that. Okay, so here we are now. We have finished a very important concept today, which is looping. We have understood list comprehensions. You have actually programmed it. I'm so proud for you. This is not a very easy concept. We have understood how to use if else statements. Okay. Yeah, Ved, I will explain that. Now is the time for taking out doubts and all. So I will explain while loop again. Okay, Lakshmi, thank you. I hope you feel comfortable. I hope you are learning something. I hope you're getting interested in programming. Okay, so we will close our class today over here. I will take questions from all of you. First, let me explain the while loop. See, Ved, while loop is something like this. Suppose, let's again draw something here. Suppose, Ved, take this examples. You have a bag full of marbles. Okay, I tell you that, Ved, please put your hand in the bag and give me a marble. Now, what will you do? You will put your bag, you will first check if there's a marble. If there's a marble, you will pull the marble out from the bag and hand it to me. So how long will you do this activity? As long as there is a marble in the bag, right, Ved? If not, you will stop. So while there is a marble in the bag, you are going to put your hand in, pull out and give me that marble. Look, while loop is just that. Is there a marble in the bag? If it is true, then you are going to dip your hand in, pull out the marble and give it to me. That is what while loop does. While a condition is true, while, as we did here, suppose in this example, without writing it again, while I wrote it here, right? While ITR was just a dummy number which was equal to 0. As long as ITR was less than 10, I could print it. And at the end of every printing of the variable, I incremented it by 1. So the moment ITR took on the value of 10, it stopped printing. It came out of the loop. Okay. Are you clear now? Okay, thank you so much. Think of it always in terms of a normal, common life example. Then you will understand it properly. Okay, Nabil, I will explain for loop again. We'll try and explain it for you. See, in for loop is also similar to while loop. For loop is also, see, these loops are executed as long as the condition that controls the loop is true. Only thing that happens in the for loop is that the variable that is there, the dummy variable, the iterator, which loops through the iterable, it picks up one value from the iterable, checks, is this value there in the iterable? It is just making a dummy test basically. Okay, and then it is entering the loop and executing it. When I say for ITR and suppose the list of numbers 1, 2, 3, what is happening is, let me annotate this for you. So first ITR takes the value of 1, then ITR takes the value of 2, then ITR becomes equal to 3. And every time it checks, first it checks is 1 present in the list of numbers 1, 2, 3, and it receives an answer yes. Remember, in is membership operator. So this condition is true, so that it comes in and evaluates and executes this statement, print square of whatever. Then when ITR was equal to 2, again the condition became true. And ITR equal to 3, the condition is true. After that, the condition is false because there's no more number for it to pick up and evaluate. So it stopped executing the loop. Got it? Did you get it now? Nabil? Thank you so much. Yes, so we can continue the session for 5 more minutes to answer your questions, your doubts. Yes, Selva. Selva, why don't you people please make a, just do a search. What is a string formatting statement? So basically what the F does is, it is just telling the interpreter that, look, okay, see, Selva, over here, you're getting the values dynamically, right? First 1, if you take this loop for ITR in 1, 2, first ITR was 1. So I am not doing a hard coding here, right? This ITR will change all the time. Only way other than that I could have done is, if I hadn't used square F, I will show you. Square is, then I would have to close this, and I would have to do ITR square. Okay, even this works, but here you are typing multiple things. Okay, same thing. Only thing, when I give this F statement, it means that I don't have to close this again over here. I can also put it in the middle. Square. Can put it like this. See, anywhere I can put it. I don't need to again close the print line with a comma, then again put the square. ITR is the square, or I can remove this. TR dash is the square of ITR. See, in one line, how beautifully it's getting formatted. It's called formatting. You're making it readable. You're making it beautiful. That's why it's called formatting. No, Raj, you have given for ITR in name equals to Ramesh. Why are you giving name equals to Ramesh? Not needed. No? Either give for ITR in name. Also, why have you given list of new equals to? It's append, no, my dear. It's append. So that is why you got Mr. H only, because you're just populating the list every time. You're updating the list basically. Okay. You understand? You need to append. Okay, Raj, append it. Then only every character will get inserted at the end of the list. Money, for and while, the major thing is basically while evaluates just directly a statement. In for, we first assign a dummy value to the member of the list or the condition, whatever is there, and then we do the test of truth. Can we use both of them for every scenario? Yes, you can. But while loop is a bit more unmanageable. So it's easy to do with while, with for. Okay. Varaprasad, it's already 9:05 nearly. I think it's better. Varaprasad, don't write it 3 times. I have seen your EA. I'm seeing, trying to answer all your questions. Please don't write again and again. It helps none. Because what we will do, I will make a note of it. Tomorrow again, when I start the class, first 5 minutes, I will tell you list comprehension. But I want you to go through the list comprehension again on your own. Do your own research and come back tomorrow, and then we will discuss. Okay? Can we do it this way? Okay. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Krish. It was very good, equally teaching you people. Thank you so much, Wasim. Yes, good night, everybody. Good night. I still have 2 minutes. No, Wasim, it's my job. So I'm very happy to be of some help to you. Thank you, Misbah. Thank you, Alia. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Again, somebody is asking, Sheikh is asking for Telegram link. Mohit, thank you, Mohit. Varaprasad, good night. Yeah. Thank you. Vasavi, these PDFs are already there in the LMS. Kishore, there are people asking for the Telegram link.
Yes, I will check an update.
Yeah, please make an update on it. And some of them are also asking of the LMS, how they can access their PDFs. Can you put screenshot on the panel of all coding? Bye, Sheikh. Yeah, bye, Sheikh. Okay. Screenshot. Anyway, if I try.
Telegram link has been posted.
Sorry?
Telegram link has been posted.
Okay. Also, it will be there. Rani Zarina. This recordings are there, so please go through it. Yeah, so don't worry, it's there. Okay. Thank you, all of you. Good night. See you soon. See you again tomorrow. Fresh day, fresh evening. Bye. Thank you, Sai.
Thank you, sir.
Mani, it's I'm very happy to hear that it's a little bit easier. We will go on discussing as we proceed. Lot of things will come. So we will discuss again. Thanks all of you, dears. Please subscribe to our ExcelR YouTube channel also. You can post your comments there. Like the videos if you like it. Aman, yes, absolutely. You will get a certificate. Kishore, some of them are, please make a note. People are having these as questions if they will get a certificate. So we
Yes,
can
sir, they will
again
fill
take
in
a
the
10
attendance,
minute
but the
session
attendance
tomorrow
they
and
will get
explain them just to refresh. Maybe some of them are joining new. Okay. Bye. Yeah. Thanks a lot, everybody. Good night. Good night. Bye. All the best, guys.